Have you guys ever seen this symbol before? If you're from Asia, you probably have. It's an Indian symbol called the Dharma chakra, also known as the Dharma wheel. And it's cropped up throughout Indian history through thousands of years, and it's spread throughout the rest of Asia by a belief system known as Buddhism. Now, there was a really smart man in India called the Buddha, and he said that this symbol is a very useful metaphor for how to live a correct life. And by correct or by right, we mean how to stay in balance. Now in Buddhism, the Dharma chakra or the Dharma wheel has 8 spokes, and we tend to call those the Noble Eightfold Path. This keeps us in alignment, and these 8 spokes represent something that is conducive to our well-being. So what are these 8 spokes? Well, the first one is known as right view or right knowing. Now, in life, we tend to just kind of like live life in a way that is unconducive to us. And the Buddha said that the reason is because of the Four Noble Truths, which are that in life, there are deficiencies. There are things that cause us what we call suffering. If you look well and long enough in your life, you will find that there are deficiencies literally everywhere. So this causes us to crave. It either causes us to crave favorable conditions for the rest of our lives or for as long as we think is necessary, or it causes us to crave that things go away, develop a kind of aversion towards things that we don't like, right? So it's this kind of pulling and pushing that we're constantly doing in our life, selectively trying to improve or change things to our benefit. But the Buddha said that to stop this suffering from our craving, we need to have a way of cessation, right? That's the third noble truth. And the fourth noble truth is that there is the rest of the path, of the Noble Eightfold Path. So that would lead us to the second spoke, which is right intention. We must live our life with the right intention to do what is right at all times, having integrity, even when nobody is looking, thinking with our minds to develop something that's wholesome and conducive to our well-being. Right intention also means not to harm others. And the third of the Eightfold Path is right speech. Never saying things that are condemning, not telling lies, not slandering, not gossiping. And right speech also goes for what we think in our minds. You know, if we can maintain a proper speech and also practice right listening as well, it goes hand in hand. The reason is because that what we say actually matters and it actually informs our actions, which leads me to the fourth of the Eightfold Path, which is right action. Making sure that you're not causing any undue harm, right? And not to harm yourself. It goes both ways. The fifth of this Noble Eightfold Path is right livelihood, not committing to a job or a way of life that will cause harm. If what you are doing harms people, takes lives, harms animals, living beings, then it's not right livelihood, right? The sixth of the Noble Eightfold Path is right effort. This goes for our minds, making sure that we maintain positive mental states. And we do that by making sure that we don't give rise to negative mental states. And if they do arise, we try to help them go back to where they came from as soon as we can. And then after that, try to nurture positive mental states, and then finally maintain those positive mental states even through harshness. So the seventh of the Noble Eightfold Path is right mindfulness. And that is being in the here and the now with your mind and your body and understanding that there's no separation between those two things. And doing this and conducting yourself with right mindfulness, you will be able to focus more on your work and focus more on bringing about these other positive changes in your life. And that leads us to the eighth of the Noble Eightfold Path, which is right concentration. Now in Sanskrit, it's called sama-samadhi, right? Which means more than just, focusing. We are concentrating at the point to where life takes on a whole new quality, that we are able to be in the here and now and to always be mindful of positive mind states, right? And that to focus in on other people's positive mind states. And therefore, this wheel is actually one of my favorite symbols ever. Well, I've been Dharma Peace. Thanks for listening to my talk about the Dharma wheel. In the meantime, stay well.